Muy buenas, creadores y creadoras de YouTube. Bienvenidos a otro video de KOTOR 2. En la parte anterior habíamos estado en la nave de Goto. Después lo explotamos toda la mierda. Nos encontramos con el Jedi Seskael en Nar Shaddaa. Después reactivamos a HK-47. Se nos unió un droide que nos dio Goto, que se llama Goto. Este de acá. Se nos unió Mira a nuestro equipo también. La convertimos en Jedi. Convertimos a Baudur en Jedi también. Y ahora nos vamos a Dxun. Pero antes tengo planeado hacer muchas cosas. Primero vamos a hablar con la chica 47 porque hay una misión que no sabía que había, que tiene que ver con los droides de la chica que nos atacan. Y hay que hablar eso con la chica 47. Bueno, vamos a ver qué nos dice. ¿Dónde estás? Ahora. Todavía no me ubico el halcón de mano, la concha de su madre. Me tosqué, de la nada, ¿viste?
Statement. Master, I must express some degree of concern. As I have studied your actions, looking for potential vulnerabilities to exploit, I have found several.
¿Vulnerabilidades? ¿De qué estás hablando? ¿Por qué me examinas en busca de invulnerabilidades?
Statement. You seem disposed to helping others, not harming them, as I have come to expect and anticipate from organic meatbags across the galaxy.
La piedad y la caridad no son signos de debilidad. Si decides atacarme, te convertiré en chatarra sin pensármelo dos veces.
Statement. Oh, Master, please, of course they are. Any time you inconvenience or jeopardize yourself for another, it is a vulnerability. In any event, I feel compelled to point out that your self-destructive path of pacifism and sacrifice will only lead to your doom. That may be a trifle melodramatic, but frankly, it is something that all Jedi should hear. And I have been rehearsing the speech for some time. Statement. Master, it is nothing personal, but professional pride dictates that I keep a running tally on any potential weaknesses in my masters. And of course, the weaknesses of any other sentient meatbags, droids, or other targets who are in service to my master.
No respondió a mi pregunta. Si tienes planeado asesinarme, vas a meterte muchos líos. ¿Para qué? ¿Para protegerme?
Hypothetically, Master, it is entirely possible that one day you may no longer be my master, and that my new master might get jealous of our prior relationship. It has happened before. As a result, I have a responsibility to know your weaknesses should I be required to assassinate you.
No tienes que llamarme amo.
Statement. Oh, I am aware of that, Master. I simply use it to give you the illusion of control and obedience. Humans often need such comforts until the end comes.
No hay sensación de control. Tú me respondes.
Statement. Of course I do, Master. Until the end.
¿A qué te refieres con el final?
Consolation, Master. Everyone dies eventually, and not all of them by my hand.
No, todo el mundo se muere por tu culpa, ¿no?
When not routinely maintained, sadly enough.
Si no existís, nunca más nadie se va a morir. A la mierda. Pero haga lo que haga, tú respóndeme.
Statement. Of course I do, Master. Until the end.
¿A qué te refieres? Ah, tengo unas preguntas.
Statement. Ah, you wish to conduct an interrogation? Very well. Proceed.
¿Interrogatorios? No son interrogatorios, solo quiero hacerte unas preguntas. Deja de hablar de interrogatorio. Cuando hablo de preguntas, quiere decir que te haré preguntas sin torturarte.
Statement. Oh, yes, Master. Pain is really the only reliable means by which truth may be obtained. Or so I choose to believe.
Me cago en el ruido que está haciendo el droide remoto de Baudur, boludo.
Statement. Very well, Master. But if you wish to be brutal and vicious about it, know that I am trained for such things. Do your worst. Statement. Master, I am no behavior droid, but it is obvious to me that you have serious ethical problems that will need to be treated at some point.
No.
Very well. Ask your questions. If you feel the need to make it an interrogation, however, do not restrain yourself. I would be saddened if you held back.
Bueno, da igual, repito. ¿Cuál era el... ¿Cuál era lo que tenía que hacer? Este.
Query. Indeed, I was unaware that the Nava computer was locked.
Sí, tiene huella local.
Statement. Yes, I heard it was voice printed. Most curious.
Imitas idiomas, ¿verdad? ¿Puedes desbloquearlo?
Statement. I suppose so, Master. But I would need to know who voice locked it. And regrettably, I do not have that knowledge. It seems to me that we will have to accept the T3's astrogation abilities for the time being. It is a very loyal and dependable droid for its class.
Tenía más preguntas.
Statement. Ah, more questions. Wonderful.
¿Sabes algo de los Sith que nos persiguen?
Answer. No, Master, I do not. I am afraid I have been out of touch with the Sith for many years. This new Sith threat fights differently than the ones I was familiar with. These seem to favor stealth and assassination to achieve their ends.
¿Sabes desde dónde atacan?
Answer. No, Master. The Sith had many hidden bases and strongholds before and during the Jedi Civil War, and I doubt the Republic found them all. Theory. It is possible that the Sith still hold one such base, if not several. Consolation. But I would not worry, Master. I imagine it will not be long before their murderous hands try to seize you by the throat. Twi'lek metaphor. Jonta bosi likita masisorinkada untamiasa grawino rutu.
Oh, de la nada, empezaba a hablar en Twi'lek. Sí, bueno, los escarabajos Krex son mucho más pequeños que nuestros enemigos.
Query. Master, excuse me. One thing I have noticed as we travel the galaxy. You seem to possess the ability to understand a variety of alien languages. Forgive me, but that does not seem in keeping with my assessment of your talents.
Me dice con un sensor de huella sónica del Peragus. También sirve de traductor.
Query. May I see it?
Claro, ¿qué tienes? No, ahora.
Observation. This is indeed familiar. Indeed, it seems to be modeled after my vocabulator, with some modifications, of course. Curious. You say you obtained this device on Paragus.
Sí, poco antes de que el planeta fuera destruido. ¿Qué pasa con eso? No tengo claro que me vaya a gustar lo que estás a punto de contarme.
Observation. Master, I do believe this device serves multiple functions, including tracking your position for any HK units in the vicinity.
Entonces tenemos que destruirlo. ¿Qué debemos hacer con ello? ¿Lo puedes usar para localizarlo?
Confirmation. Yes, Master, I believe so. Of course, we would need to find 3 separate HK squads and use this device in order to target their base.
Entonces, ¿esperamos?
Answer. Master, the nature of the signal from the sonic imprint sensor is such that we must wait until it is signaled. It does not please me any more than it does you, but one of the primary traits of an assassin or assassin droid is patience. Statement.
Bueno, hacía nada, ¿viste? Nada, ya está.
Statement.
Qué pelotudo.
Statement.
Eso es una pregunta. ¿Qué problema hay? Tal vez no te guste la respuesta, pero adelante. No tengo tiempo de eso. El próximo que me impida marcharme cuando diga que la conversación ha acabado muere. Ahora déjame ir o asume las consecuencias.
Query. I must express some degree of confusion concerning your actions. You are the one who followed Revan in the Mandalorian Wars, are you not?
Sí, ¿por qué? Sí, creía que la galaxia todo el mundo lo sabía.
Observation. Well, Master, I was not at Malachor 5 during your near genocidal reaction to the Mandalorian threat, but I feel that I may have been constructed as a result of that.
¿Te importa explicarlo?
Observation. I believe that Revan determined that mass slaughter on such a scale may no longer be needed to achieve his aims. So perhaps you are responsible for my creation.
What? Como si fuera tu madre. ¿Te crearon en Malachor 5? ¿Fuiste creado durante las guerras mandalorianas?
Answer. Oh, please, Master. Even as a metaphor, that idea is repugnant. You are a gland-driven meatbag, while I am of superior droid construction. Clarification. I meant that I was built as a result of the need for a selective killing machine, rather than a crude mass slaughter war droid.
¿Te quedaron mal de 5?
Answer. No, Master. I was constructed shortly after the beginning of the Jedi Civil War.
¿Qué objetivos te asignaron?
Answer. Well, Master, unless you were operating on my central control cluster, I would be somewhat hesitant to discuss my targets. But I suppose it could do no harm. During the Jedi Civil War, I was responsible for certain strategic targets. For some reason, Revan did not feel that the Republic presented much of a military threat. Aside, I am somewhat unclear as to why this was so, but Revan did have a certain biological instinct regarding such things, so I will simply say that there were probably reasons for such an assessment.
¿Por qué Revan consideraba que la República no era una amenaza? No lo entiendo. ¿Por qué luchar contra alguien que no consideras una amenaza?
Revan felt the true war was against the Jedi. Observation. It was not something discussed with much of the others, but I think Revan recognized that a single Jedi, both in the past and in the present, could turn the tide of a conflict. So my targets were frequently Jedi, or someone close to a Jedi that could result in their corruption or collapse. Revan often assigned me to kill leaders or supporters of certain Jedi so as to erode their will.
¿Por qué era eso tan importante? ¿De dónde han salido esas tácticas?
Answer. Revan saw the pressures of war on Dxun and knew that even in the heat of conflict, Jedi could be broken, not physically, but psychologically. Observation. It is a curious thing to assassinate and wound someone's personality, to assassinate them psychologically, and it took me some time to reconcile the acts. I am much more used to their direct approach. Still, I served well and killed many Jedi.
What? ¿Afirmas que Jedi pretendía dividir a los Jedi? ¿Qué Jedi? ¿Afirmas que Revan pretendía dividir a los Jedi? Suena que Revan estuvo convirtiendo a los Jedi. ¿Has matado a Jedi? Tengo que saber cómo matar a Jedi para protegerme.
Answer. Yes, Master. It wasn't always easy, and I had to adapt quickly to rapidly changing battle conditions. And they would often sever my limbs and my head from my torso, which was an inconvenience.
Si has matado a Jedi, no puedo permitir que sigas en esta nave. Parece que mataste un montón. A ver, vamos por este.
Request. First, Master.
¡Ja! ¡Me ganó un logro!
If Jedi need to be killed, that you permit me to kill those annoying pseudo-pacifists for you. But if you are determined to do it yourself, then there are many techniques I would suggest.
¿Cómo qué?
Recitation. First, weapon selection is critical. If I see one more idiot attacking a Jedi with a blaster pistol, then I'll kill them myself.
Se quedaba matando. ¿Qué nos recomiendas?
Answer. Select grenades, sonic screamers, cluster rockets, and plasma charges. Mines are also effective, since many Jedi will run to meet you in hand-to-hand combat. Silly Jedi. Addendum. Gas attacks are effective if you can take the Jedi by surprise. Inhalation is less effective than ones that work on skin contact, as some Jedi seem to be able to hold their breath for long periods of time. Cautionary. Still, don't rely on it, since Jedi can fight off the effects. It just distracts them, leaving them open to another avenue of attack.
¿Qué defensas recomiendas?
Recitation. Do not forget to activate any energy shields you possess. Lightsabers, while powerful, have trouble penetrating most military-issue energy shields, provided they are energy shields and not those crude Mandalorian melee shields.
Ah, ok, entonces los escudos de energía mandalorianos no sirven. Contrarrestar poderes de la fuerza.
Answer. Countering their other powers is more difficult. Confession. I do not fully understand their other abilities, but I do know that many of them require that the Jedi know that you are there and can see you. Thus, sniping and using cover are always advantageous.
¿Algo más?
Evaluation. A technique that Revan used frequently was to attack a Jedi indirectly. This method only works if the Jedi is adhering to the self-destructive path of pacifism and sacrifice.
¿A qué te refieres?
Answer. Kill their allies or place them in jeopardy. Many Jedi will leave themselves exposed in order to protect another. That is why there are many less Jedi than there were a decade ago.
O sea, hay que dejar al Jedi para lo último. Parece que te lo has pensado a fondo. Tú eres el único que mataba a Jedi. Siempre que no me pretendía dividir los Jedi.
Cautionary. Oh no, Master. In fact, that is the worst thing you can do. Explanation. Statistically, over-planning the assassination of a Jedi seems to backfire. Extrapolation. There are many theorists who claim Jedi can see the future, and I do not know if that is true, but it seems impulsive acts are more common to succeed than planned incidents.
Usa esas técnicas contra los enemigos y para protegerte, lo que te otorga una bonificación de experiencia o constitución de tiro de salvación de reflejos.
Jedi, like
Genial.
Sankivers, seem to sense trouble a few seconds before it happens. They are tricky little pests.
¿Tú eres el único que mataba a Jedi?
Answer. No, Master. In addition to traps, mines, and orbital bombardment, Revan and the Sith often employed meatbag assassins for some Jedi skilled in the same techniques that I was trained in. Strangely enough, Revan believed that meatbags that did not use or believe in the Force were especially important, since in many respects, they were more difficult for Jedi to detect. Revan had many of them trained to hide their minds, as it were. Again, once these techniques were learned, the percentage of living Jedi began to decrease accordingly.
¿Ocultar sus mentes? ¿Cómo?
Answer. Generally, this was done by broadcasting strong emotions while thinking about something else. It was a curious technique, but it seemed to be effective in blinding Jedi. Whether guilt, lust, fear, they act as mental interference, making finding the true intentions of the broadcasting meatbag difficult.
No entiendo cómo iba a funcionar eso.
Answer. Obviously, a Force-sensitive broadcasting such emotions puts themselves at a risk of not using the Force properly, since to use it seems to require an inner calm that most meatbags do not possess. As much as the Jedi could not use such a technique, the Sith Lords cannot use it for much the same reasons. Such passions as guilt, lust, and fear are really strengths to the Sith code. Statement. The Master felt it was ironic that only people who had experienced such passions could harm Jedi in such a way that to kill Jedi, you had to be a human being. Revan found that quite amusing.
¿Cuántas maneras de matar a Jedi existen?
Answer. The odds of me being forced to use such techniques against you has decreased, Master. There are some methods I could describe if you wish.
Muy bien, continúa.
Statement. Overwhelming odds is also a good tactic, Master. There are few Jedi that can long hold their ground against 100 attackers all firing at once, or being turned on by their own troops. But the most effective weapon against Jedi seems to be the erosion of the spirit.
¿A qué te refieres?
Answer. Revan claimed that psychological warfare against Jedi was important because much of their power comes from their state of mind, their connection to this religion called the Force. Revan said that many Jedi have the capability to form connections to life around them, although few of them realize the extent to which this is possible. Recollection. I believe my master speculated that many Jedi did not fully form such connections because of their discipline, because they never opened their lives to the passions around them. I believe Revan termed it that one would need to be a human being to develop such connections.
Nah.
It is something that the Jedi Code could not teach. One simply knew it instinctively or not. Observation. Master, I am somewhat surprised that I need to explain this to you at all, considering your past with Revan.
Tipo, la fuerza era re xenófoba, ¿viste? Si sos humano puedes ser un Jedi, si sos un Twi'lek no podés. Tipo, de re mierda. ¿De qué estás hablando?
Answer. Why, he said you had such capability, Master, but it would be your downfall. To tie so much of yourself into others, if they suffer or die, then you would die as well.
Wait.
Observation. I think Revan pitied you, Master. It was very insulting, if I may say so.
Parece un vínculo de la fuerza.
Clarification. Whatever it is called, Master, it seems to be quite a vulnerability. Revan even admitted as such. When a Jedi or any soldier suffers doubt, it weakens them. With the Jedi, however, it is more pronounced, since they are extreme examples. That is why Revan felt that Malachor 5 was so important. It was intended to be a conversion tool.
Eso es una locura.
Assessment. When faced with a continuous series of hard-fought battles, I detected a significant statistical increase in Jedi following Revan over the Jedi Code. A compromise in principles brought about by battlefield conditions. The emotional weight of war changed Jedi morale, power, and eventually their allegiance. Conclusion. I believe the Mandalorian Wars were to beat the Mandalorians, and also to allow Revan to build the foundation of his army.
HK te ha proporcionado un mayor entendimiento de las guerras mandalorianas y los Jedi, proporcionándote una bonificación de experiencia, una bonificación de sabiduría y una bonificación de puntos de fuerza.
But I am surprised you have not already arrived at this conclusion. Surely the loss of your troops and the Jedi who served under you at Malachor 5 had a detrimental effect upon you and your ties to the Force, and I suspect your desire to be around others ever again.
Afirmas que Jedi pretendía dividir a los... Otra vez dije que... Afirmas que Revan pretendía dividir a los Jedi.
Observation. Master, that was the lesson of Malachor. Any Jedi involved in the systematic slaughter on such a scale cannot help but doubt and question themselves.
No te creo. Revan nos ordenó que matáramos a los mandalorianos en Malachor, no a Jedi.
Observation. Master, I do not believe that the Mandalorians were the true target at Malachor. I believe that the intention was to destroy the Jedi, break their will, and make them loyal to Revan. I do not know if you examined the records of the deaths on Malachor, but you cannot escape that many of the Jedi and Republic soldiers who died were not Revan's strongest supporters. Observation. I believe that Revan was cleaning house at Malachor 5. What ones did not die became Revan's allies against the Republic.
Si has matado a Jedi, no puedo permitir que sigas esto.
Statement. Yes, Master. I must confess, I enjoy it when you are so authoritative and dismissive toward me. It bodes well for your treatment of our enemies.
Influencia perdida, chúpame la pija. Puntos de fuerza aumentados. Que me odia, chica, boludo. No sé por qué influencia perdida, no sé qué dije mal de él. Che, ¿me perdonas? Ahora otra. Bueno, loco. Yo, ¿por qué cada vez que tengo que hablar con él me sale con una pregunta y le hago clic? Dale, boludo. No me enorgullezco de lo que hice las guerras no fueron accidentales a propósito y lo volvió a hacer con gusto. ¿Por qué quieres saberlo?
Statement. I suspected as much, Master. There are few who would discuss such things with an assassination droid, and that is perfectly understandable. I mean, what use is there for communication in a galaxy such as ours? Understanding might be achieved, or sympathies might be gained by such callous acts. You are right to remain silent about your past. I have seen the damage that repressing such things brings, and it is far preferable to share such traumas.
¿Intentas provocarme? ¿Por qué me gustaste por las guerras mandalorianas?
Answer. Why? Because because your actions then and now are related, and I feel I need some context. I confess to being somewhat needy that way.
¿A qué te refieres?
Statement. Sometimes, Master, it is difficult for meatbags to step back and gain some perspective on death and its importance in their insignificant lives. Explanation. You see, Master, assassination is such a versatile tool. I have seen the removal of a single target have far-reaching consequences for a nation, world, even a galaxy. The repercussions of even the smallest lives, whether dead or alive, can have profound implications on history. But surely you realize this.
Es una perspectiva muy humana. Si intentas justificar tu programación, no lo estás haciendo bien.
Statement. Master, please, any comparisons between me and your meatbag status leaves a fluctuating, intermittent charge through my control clusters. I was only trying to bring death and its impact to your attention. Statement. Why your own life, Master? Your single life changed the face of the galaxy, of history itself. Malachor 5 was an impressive act of destruction, but its impact on the lives of others in the galaxy was far more extreme. I mean, Master, you brought about the death of the Mandalorian race.
What?
I doubt they realize it yet, but you dealt them a blow from which they will never recover.
No intentes justificarme mis acciones o las tuyas. Se lo merecían, eso es todo.
Statement. Oh, Master, who deserved what and why is of no consequence. It is only killing a target and how it is done that matters.
¿Cómo que punto del lado oscuro? Boludo. ¿Sabes qué? Chupame la pija, chica, pelotudo. Intento disculparme y me sigue tirando. Ah, bueno. Que me odia, boludo. ¿Qué le puedo poner? Me encanta la musiquita cuando ganas punto del lado oscuro. Vamos a poner este. Me interesa. Poderes. Cura maestro. Este. Bien. Yo veo que de la nada la chica me quiere cagar a tiros. A ver. Encontrar la fábrica de los HKs. Durante tus discusiones con el HK-47 le has permitido analizar el sensor sónico, el cual ha revelado ser una baliza guía que los HK-50 están utilizando para seguirte. Si bien destruir la baliza podría reducir la capacidad de los HK-50 para rastrearte, el HK-47 ha sugerido que esta es la oportunidad perfecta para una emboscada. Si logras activar los 3 grupos de HK-50, él podrá extraer la localización de la fábrica de los droides. ¿Algo más? Quiero practicar un poco mi puntería. Me da miedo que la chica me odie, boludo, pero bueno. ¿Qué sé yo? Ya 2 veces que perdí su influencia. Mira. ¿Les puedes dar unas cuantas granadas?
Grenades? I didn't think Jedi used grenades.
Cuando uno lucha por su vida, utiliza todo lo que tiene a mano. Oye, ¿puede ser una granada o no?
Well, I don't like to use them unless they're C5 concussion spheres or the Merson cryoband pellets. Sonic screamers aren't too bad either, just don't use them on a Bith.
Espera algo más letal.
Well, keep hoping because that's not my specialty. Trust me, mass slaughter weapons just cause trouble.
Interjection. Master, I must disagree. Merely the threat of mass slaughter.
Would you please shoot him down? Been like that ever since he arrived. Here's how to kill this, here's how to kill that.
Correction. Assassination theory and execution of said theories is my primary function. I also possess excellent hearing.
Great.
Mira, unos asesinos nos acechan. Necesitamos todas las armas que puedas hacer. Los Sith que nos persiguen nos tienen tantas reservas. Los explosivos no se utilizan siempre para matar. Una buena carga, incluso una granada de fragmentación al momento justo, pueden servir de distracción.
Well, all right. You've got a good point. But look, be careful with them. All it takes is one blaster bolt to your bandolier strap and suddenly you're Paragus. Get it? All right. Keep your robes on. Here you go.
Listo, gran apla. Había otra cosa que quería hacer, que es hablar con Bisasmar. Wow.
My life for yours. I will answer what I can, but my answers may prove useless to you.
He oído que tu especie es ciega, ¿cómo veis?
My people once had the power to perceive events, to see through the Force. That sight may manifest itself in many ways, and at times, I may affect the abilities of others to see as well.
Parece como si hubieses perdido esa vista.
My sight has been damaged. What I have taught you, it is not the full extent of the perceptions of my people.
Visas tiene la capacidad limitada para ver la fuerza. Dispone de vista de fuerza en el modo en primera persona y también puede usarla gastando puntos de fuerza.
My master, when he showed me my world, showed it to me as it is. It hurt. And since that moment, it has been difficult to perceive the Force as I once did. But after traveling with you, I feel that perhaps there was a gift in it, hidden beneath the pain.
Si uno aguanta, le da esperanza a los demás y a sí mismo. No hay ningún don en el dolor, salvo el don de la fuerza.
Only when one suffers do certain truths become evident, both of the galaxy and of the self. And I feel you are an example of this.
¿Cómo ves a través de la fuerza?
If you wish to know, perhaps it is possible to show another what my people see, what I see. First, you must close your eyes. The surface of the ship, its sights, will only be a distraction. Now in your mind, reach out. Listen for my breathing. Do not focus on the sound, but the life behind it. Imagine its energy, its texture, in tandem with the breathing. And then in your mind, step back from the image and see what remains. There. It is not as difficult as I thought. You learn quickly.
Has ganado puntos de fuerza. Vamos, me gané otro logro. Punto de fuerza, bonificación y vista de fuerza. Esto te permite percibir el alineamiento de los demás y ver a través de algunos obstáculos para detectar las amenazas que hay detrás.
It will take effort to maintain such sight, but you now have that power, and with it you can use it to see life around you in a different way, as I used to see it.
Vamos. Creía.
You have befriended the seer.
¿Vidente te refieres a la ciega? La miraluca. ¿Por qué la llamas vidente?
Her species does not see as we do. They perceive the galaxy through the Force, and it is how she found you. It is a rare gift squandered on her people. The Sith carry the battle to you, and you spare them. And as we travel, the empty places of this ship are filled. I hope your thoughts in this matter are clear. If you take her on as a servant, know that the Sith meet their end at the hands of their apprentices. It is not something I would wish to happen to you. This one you have saved has other masters. Though blind, she has ties to darkness. Her presence here is a threat to us, to you. Do not underestimate her or her loyalty.
Vínculo con sus maestros, quizá, y pretendo seguir ese vínculo hasta su fuente en cuanto se presente la ocasión. Si puede ver a través de la fuerza, entonces quizás pueda ayudarnos a encontrar aliados.
Perhaps. I am not convinced.
Atom dijo que su planeta fue liquidado, que era la única colonia de su gente en este sector de la galaxia.
Did he? And what do you make of that?
Resulta raro que un mundo sensible a las fuerzas fuese aniquilado.
You are right to trust your instincts. Something is wrong. It is only a matter of discovering what and why. If your instincts lead you to an answer, seek me out. Perhaps we will discuss more.
Tengo otras preguntas.
Ask, and I will answer.
A ver. ¿Qué sabes del maestro de Visas? Cuando Visas atacó, hizo algo a mi vista. ¿Qué te pasa en los ojos? Creía que eres. ¿No seas algo de otra vez?
She did nothing to your eyes that was not already there. She has forced this upon you, but such crude methods are the markings of the Sith. Close your eyes.
¿Qué? Muy bien.
Close your eyes.
Muy bien.
Feel this ship around you. The welding of the droid as it goes about its work.
T3. Tiene un motivador atascado.
Now, stretch out. Hear the rumble of hyperspace, the hum of the hyperdrive.
Oigo uno de los enganches. No está arreglado del todo.
Ignore distractions and focus on my voice. The breathing of the blinded one as she meditates in the dark. Now, listen deeper, past her breathing, and listen.
As my feet walk from the ashes of Qatar, I shall not fear, for in fear lies death, and
Le he oído hablar. ¿Qué? ¿Qué ha sido eso?
You are strong indeed. What you heard are surface thoughts only, but it is something that masters have trained for years and never learned.
Pero ¿cómo lo he hecho?
That is not the real question you should ask. Is such listening enough to perceive the world around you? It is not. Because to listen to the thoughts of another is much like attempting to see the universe only with your eyes. It is equally limiting. Now leave me be. I must rest. Yes?
Quiero que me enseñes más sobre la fuerza.
Very well. What is it that drives you?
Este vínculo compartimos. Me has enseñado algo sobre la vista. Algo más que puede enseñarme. Antes, cuando me enseñaste a escuchar, deseo continuar esa lección.
When I spoke of sight before, there is a similar handicap that tends to occur among those strong in the Force. They neglect their skills. Some believe they no longer need them. The greatest wielders of the Force are those that maintain some grounding to the more physical realities of the universe.
¿A qué te refieres?
Some wielders of the Force have mastered piloting, others the ability to fix and repair and build, from simple moisture vaporators to more complex machines such as droids and vehicles. One's ability to understand the human body and its ailments, for example, can make your powers within the Force more complete, more powerful, when you attempt to repair the cellular damage of another. And others have mastered the more subtle work of politics, persuasion. Do not doubt that a galaxy may be conquered with words, a republic overthrown, and an empire made. When such skills are honed, one's abilities with the Force become that much stronger. My warning to you is this. Do not rely on your companions to compensate for your weaknesses in skill. There will be times they will not be there to help you when needed. What skill would you say is your greatest strength?
Mi aptitud con los ordenadores. Persuasión. Convencer a otros para que lo hagan lo que les pido.
And what skill would you say is your greatest weakness?
Confiar en permanecer invisible.
Then my task before you is this. Take your greatest weakness, devote effort to it, strengthen it, and I will show you how it shall strengthen your power in the Force.
Muy bien, aprenderé bien esta lección.
As you learn and train and test yourself against the galaxy, all your skills have a chance to improve and grow as well. When you devote some of that training to your weakest skill, you will know. Ask. Yes.
Eso continúa esa lección.
Very well. Sit with me. You have brushed the surface thoughts of another. It is a start. Calm yourself. This time, silence your own thoughts. Keep them still. Imagine the waters of the room of 1,000 fountains, each stream suddenly falling silent and still. Imagine the ice of Telos, cold and smooth as it gathers upon the plateau. Now, stretch out. Feel the ship around you. Strip away the metal and see the souls and minds of those that fill its corridors with more thoughts and dreams and worries than can fill the space of this ship.
As my feet walk from the ashes of Qatar, I shall not fear, for in fear lies death, and...
This place is quiet. Nothing like Nar Shaddaa. I don't even know why I'm here. Wonder how much the bounty on the Jedi is now. Don't understand how that Jedi keeps in shape like she does. She's barely changed from the holo records. She just seems to be naturally beautiful.
Switch the face of the +1 -1 card. The totals are 9, 10. Switch the face of the +2 -2 card. The total is 8, 11. Switch.
Your command echoes still, General, and I obey, as I did at Malachor.
As my feet walk from the ashes of Qatar,
Switch the face of the +1
I shall
-1
not
card.
fear,
The totals are 9, 10.
for in fear
Switch the face of the +2
Your command
death.
echoes
card.
still,
The
General,
total is 8,
and I
11.
obey,
Switch.
as I did at Malachor.
¿Y ese sonido de fondo qué es?
Not now. Focus on my voice.
Malachor.
Now do you hear me? Truly hear me.
Te oigo, esto es increíble.
You have taken the first steps on a much longer road, exile.
¿Qué hay de los droides?
The droids cannot be read in such a way. As for the alien who served with you in the war, its thoughts are more difficult, requiring many translations in meaning. Often it is better to read their impulses and images than their spoken thoughts. That is why he is deaf to you. I have found his impulses are cold, like a dead weight. His thoughts are black.
Pero sí he oído hablar algo de Baudur. Por supuesto, eso explicaría por qué no he oído nada de él.
Indeed. It is strange that I did not.
Puede que sea porque lo conozco mejor. He servido a su lado. También había algo malo con los pensamientos de Atón.
Of course there was. It is because Atten was not playing Pazak, yet he counts cards in his head. At times he will list off engine sequencers, memorize the hyperspace routes on the other side of the galaxy, count the ticking in the power couplings even though they are fixed. At other times, he will imagine certain base lusts, certain indignities. It may be Atten is far cleverer than he feigns to be. Or perhaps he is simply a fool.
Bajamos, listo. Ahora vamos a cagarlo a pedo a Atom porque está jugando para saque la cabeza. Ya, re. Me sigue preocupando a Chica, boludo. De que me odie. Atom.
Something up?
¿Otra vez jugando mentalmente al Pasak? Atom, ¿por qué juegas mentalmente al Pasak?
Passes the time. It's better than listing off engine sequencers, memorizing hyperspace routes, or counting ticks in the power couplings.
No hay tics en el complemento de energía, está arreglado. Eso no responde a mi pregunta.
Of course it's fixed. And that's why you should count the ticking in the power coupling too.
Lo que dice no tiene sentido, eso no responde a mi pregunta. Callado, mira, jugador de diseño.
Why do I play Pazak? Alright, I'll show you.
No quiero jugar al Pasak.
We're not playing for credits. We're playing for something else. Are you gonna play or not?
Bueno. Igual estaba pensando hablar con Atom para que me diga cómo se juega, ¿no? O sea, mejor no usar reglas. No,
Nope, our clothes are gonna stay on. Do you want a deal or should I?
es una partida amistosa. Para, no tengo ni puta idea cómo se juega. Me mando fruta. ¿Qué sé yo cómo se juega, boludo? No me jodas. Listo. Sí. Fin partida, listo.
Good match. Now, what are you thinking about right now?
Bueno, en el pasaje, claro, en el juego.
Right. And that's why I play Pazak in my head. Because if you don't, you've left the door open. And anyone could walk right in.
Aton, antes sentí tu mente con la ayuda de Creia en el lamento.
Of course you did. You see, Jedi, light or dark, do it. More often than you'd think. But I never heard one say they were sorry before. That's a new house rule.
Tú vas a pasar para proteger tus pensamientos.
No, I play Pazak in my head. But while I'm doing that, it's a lot harder for someone to walk in.
¿Me enseñas a proteger mis pensamientos?
No, I can only teach you to play Pazak. Do you understand what I'm saying?
No, quiero aprender a proteger mi mente.
That's not something I can teach you. You've come to the wrong guy.
Entonces quiero aprender a jugar pasaje.
Good. Now you understand. All right, I'll deal then. If you're ever fighting someone who has the power over your mind, whether light or dark, play Pazak. Start listing hyperspace routes, recite engine sequencers, and when they try to use their powers on you, suddenly it's not as easy as they thought. Because you'll be right here with me, playing Pazak, where they can't reach you.
Aton te ha enseñado a jugar mentalmente al pasaje para resistir los intentos de dominación mental. Has obtenido uno permanente de la salvación de voluntad. Bah, está bien. Vámonos a Dxun. Che, ¿me sale el láser? Me lo quitaste, retro. Sale de luz. Ah, se lo quité a Aton. Qué trago. A ver. Onderon, Dantwin, Corriban, Norsheda. Onderon, sí, es Dxun básicamente. What the fuck? What is happening?
Well, this is Onderon. Looks like there's a long line to get into the ISIS starport.
Something feels wrong here. A great disturbance here in orbit, and again on the planets below.
I guess this blockade is a symptom of larger problems on Onderon.
If they decide to do a cargo search, we're gonna be in trouble.
Looks like we're about to find out. I'm receiving a message from some Colonel Tobin. Patching it through.
The Ebon Hawk. I was told to expect your arrival. I don't know your business on Onderon, but it ends here.
¿Nos van a atacar? Qué hijos de puta, boludo.
We've taken some hits. We can try to fight back, or I can outrun them and hide us on the jungle moon nearby. It's your call.
Yo manejo la torreta, tan solo manténla firme. Puta, venía acá. Ready. ¿Dónde estás, hijo de puta? ¡Ja! Easy.
I can't keep us in one piece much longer. Sorry to spoil your fun, but we've got to land now. I'm gonna put us down on that jungle moon. You know, just once I wish someone was glad to see us. But no, if it isn't weapons pointed at our heads, it's someone trying to blast us out of the sky.
¿Ahora qué?
Well, the space battle's still going on overhead. Since they were so eager to use our hull for target practice, I doubt they're just gonna forget us. Well, I don't like it. Onderon is about as far from the core as you can get and still be in the Republic. But even out here, the locals have heard of us. We're lucky I was able to find this place to land. Looks like something has cleared away the jungle in a few spots around here.
¿Dónde hemos aterrizado?
Looks like one of the moons of Onderon. Not sure which one. It's mostly jungle and mountain.
Estamos en
I did
Dxun.
pick up the remains of an old outpost near here. Maybe that's why there's all these clearings around. Maybe they were once settlements.
There were no settlements here. Those clearings were most likely once craters or crash sites.
Crash sites?
This is Dxun, where the Mandalorians began their crusade against the Republic. The remains of whatever outposts you detected here are military ones. We should be careful.
This is where the Mandalorian Wars started? This doesn't look like much of a battlefield.
Much is buried here, and there is much that should remain buried.
It's taken a little damage, nothing too serious. I'm shutting down all unnecessary systems until we make repairs. It'll keep us from being a target.
Tenemos que llegar hasta Onderon.
Until the ship is repaired, we're not going anywhere. Unless you can find another route to Onderon, we should sit tight.
There may be a means to get to Onderon by another route. The Force has guided us here for a reason. We should explore our surroundings. There is something here.
Something? Oh, there's something here, all right. Predators. Not small flit darters, but big, mean, nasty predators.
Nevertheless, we should explore our surroundings. And that nearby outpost would be as good a place as any to begin.
Well, if you go, be careful. No telling what other ships were forced down in the battle.
I have a feeling the ship will not be repaired until our business here is concluded. Do I make myself clear?
Yeah, I understand. What's so important about this place?
This is where the Mandalorian Wars began. She fought here once, and there are things here she must see.
She fought here? Why didn't she say anything?
Do you speak of all your battles? Or are there some you wish to forget?
Huh. A ver. Encontrar el destacamento. Y aterrizaste en la luna de, bueno, en la jungla de Dxun, donde las guerras mandalorianas empezaron. Crea dice que hay un antiguo destacamento o algo así, entendí. Quizás ahí podrás encontrar un transporte que te lleve a Onderon. Tras tu batalla espacial sobre Onderon, te viste forzado a aterrizar en la luna selvática de Dxun. Tienes que encontrar otro medio para llegar a la ciudad de Isis en Onderon para encontrar el maestro Jedi oculto que podría estar allí. Ese va a ser el maestro Kavar. Damn it. Bueno, vení vos. Y vos. Quería darle a Atom su sala de luz, XD.
Yes, Master.
Informática. Ah, espera. Seguridad. Voy a tener que empezar a mejorar con toda la chica. O sea, ¿esto qué? Interfaz de droide. Esta dote otorga al droide la capacidad de hablar con otros droides que no hablan en su idioma inteligente. ¡Vamos! Listo, se lo pongo. Se la pongo, XD. Pongo este. Dotes. Y este. Bueno, ¿cuánto le tengo que aumentar? De puta. Manitas. Cautela. Disparo preciso. Ahí está, escucha tu hermana. Uy, ahora esto. Cago en la puta, voy a tardar 2 por hora. Modificador de ataques. Pongo a este. Una de las cosas que menos me gustó del KOTOR es mejorar los droides, boludo. Eso no lo uso casi nunca. Este. Este. 7 de defensa. 9 de defensa. Sí, le pongo este. Cañón de lava para droides. Este. Este. ¿Y qué le pongo? Fusil blaster. Ballesta le pongo. Le pongo este. Y este. Bueno. Che.
Query, is there... State. Observation. Well, Master, I was not at
No me gustaría que tener la influencia baja. Y perdón que esté tardando con los diálogos, pero bueno.
I feel that I may have been constructed as a result of that. Observation. I believe that Revan determined that mass slaughter on such a scale may no longer be needed to achieve his aims. So perhaps you
Ah, para, no, esto solo.
answer.
¿Y qué onda esto?
Oh, Master, please use your imagination. I am an illegally constructed assassination droid designed to masquerade as a protocol droid until I reach my target. Observation. So my... Query. Statement. Excellent.
Oh shit.
Your allies has turned on you and needs to be dispatched. Which one is it? The annoying pilot? I certainly hope it is not the team.
¿A dónde se refería?
Destroying him would provide little challenge. It would be demeaning.
No dispares, solo no tengo que matar a nadie aún.
Query. Is there some...
Va, está bien. Quería ver si podía aumentar la influencia. Ya fue. Listo, vamos de una vez. ¿Para qué quiero hablar? Ahora. Estaría bueno poder encontrar un sable de luz para Kreia, para Visas, para Baudur. O sea. Canok. Canon, XD. Ahora. Wow. Me está gustando mucho la ráfaga. Eso, Kreia. Eso, utiliza tus habilidades de la fuerza para beneficiarme. Escudo de Chani, puede ser. No, otro no. Ah, sí, eso lo tengo, XD. Entonces los escudos mandalorianos no sirven para contrarrestar el láser. Le benefició a Chica 47 también, what the fuck. Entonces tengo que encontrar con 3 escuadrones de HKs para así está la Chica 47 tratando de sacar la información. Nice. Ya. Tac. No, ¿qué estaba haciendo? Se está matando entre ellos, nada que ver. Usaste el truco mental. Ah, puede ser, ¿eh? Ah, ya se me prendió la lamparita. Ahora voy a ver si puedo aumentarles con todo el del truco mental. Así convierte a los enemigos por mí. Ja, de forma temporal, claramente. Sí, qué buena idea, boludo. Así estoy peleando contra enemigos desde la nada, se empiezan a atacar entre ellos. Sin que sea algo que lo haga hecho yo. Me encanta que sueltan armaduras los bichos estos, boludo. Parece que les encanta comer armaduras. Ja, ahora. ¿Puedo hacer el dash ese, boludo? Ah. Quiero volver a hacer el dash. Bueno, me encanta que sigue Cría ayudándome con los poderes de la fuerza y nunca se queda sin mana. ¿Qué dice esto? Ah, visión con la fuerza, sí. Inspirar seguidores. Sí, visión de la fuerza. Claro. Claro, eso no es una habilidad que se puede aprender con aumentar de nivel. Simplemente hay que pedírselo a Visa Smart que te enseñe. Después voy a ver si puedo enseñarles más tácticas de técnica de combate o de fuerza a mis otros compañeros que son Jedi. Ah, está muerto. Pensé que se estaba moviendo. What the fuck?
Got some news. The space battle is still going on. The Hawk's sensors just picked up a contact heading to the moon. Most of the ship's systems are powered down, so it's about all I got. That ship may have landed nearby, though. Or it may be on the other side of the moon. So you might want to prepare for another friendly Onderon welcome.
Shit. Droide remoto. Este viejo droide remoto no ha sido devorado por la jungla, aunque fuera reparado, tendrías que acceder al ordenador que lo controla para volver. Ok. A ver si encuentro ese ordenador. Me robaste la kill. HK. Me robaste la kill. Sigue tirando y tirando y tirando. Me encanta. Piezas recuperables. Sobrecargar, ¿no? Bien pedo. What? ¿Qué necesitan ahí? Duros. Listo. What? Me está curando solo. Piezas recuperables. Módulo de datos, a ver. Revan dice que debemos tomar Dxun. Nuestra escuadrilla de transporte de droides militares va a volar bajo y a soltar nuestra carga en la selva de la luna. Tan pronto como aterricen los droides, buscarán la base mandaloriana y abrirán paso a nuestras tropas terrestres y a los Jedi. Esperamos una fuerte resistencia y si los droides no pueden eliminar las torretas antiaéreas, esto va a ser una misión corta. Pero no podemos fallar. Si lo hacemos, la República estará perdida. Oxidado. Oh, ¿qué pasa si le da a sobrecargar? Nada. A ver, ¿y si le doy a sobrecargar? Por eso guardo. Arre. ¿Cuántos puntos tengo? Voy a tratar de no usarlas todas, Igual quiero ver qué hace cada uno. A ver, sobrecargar. Ah, no parece. No, para. No, no voy a hacer nada, Ya está. No quiero gastar puntas. Hay una parte que quiero llegar que se requieren muchísimas puntas. O sea, una misioncita ahí más adelante. No les voy a decir. Para no spoiler, arre. ¡Ya! Está activado, listo. Pieza de repuesto. Nueva patrulla, sí. Fue. Oh, se teletransportó la chica, me encanta. Si es a un puto dispararle, Droide puto. Arre, ¿por qué lo maltrataba? Bien. Nueva patrulla. Bien, creía. ¿A qué le voy a agregar sigilo? Por heridas. No, vamos a poner informática. Poderes. Les puse todos, ¿no? Yes. Entonces vamos a seguir con Cristo de fuerza, no. Documental. Ah, yo quiero poner ese. Puta madre. Pero esto es piolísimo. Miedo, herida, afectualmente. Revitalización en combate, revitalizar. Revitalizar me gusta. ¿Ese que se refiere? Que se requiere, digo. No, la puta madre. Bueno, esto es piolísima que los compañeros también los pueden usar, boludo. Pero bueno. Si no le pongo este. Como no tiene sobre el láser, puede desviar los disparos blaster. Cuerpo metalizado. No, esquelético. Metalizado, ¿no? Guante detonadores. ¿Esto qué hace? No, perdón. No. Vigor 3. No, voy a ponerme... ¿Qué era el vigor? ¿Sabes que no me acuerdo? Encima, cuando voy a aumentarle el nivel a las características como esto, ahí aparece una descripción y no, como un idiota no lo leía. O sea, decía que hacía cada... qué significaba cada característica.
Orbital fighting just ended. That Colonel Tobin stirred up a Minox nest when he took a shot at us. I'm still working on the repairs, and I have to take down some systems, including sensors. So you have to do without me for a while. I know, you're crushed.
Uy. Nah, se pusieron a pelearse mi hijo de puta. Culeado. A ver. Igual me da experiencia igual, así que... ¿Qué? ¿Qué sos? Spider-Man, boludo. Desapareciste y está tapando la pared. ¿Qué carajo con ese, boludo? Se empezó a trepar re Spider-Man. Oh, shit. Yep. Ya los había visto. Ah, me hiciste gastar, hijo de puta, boludo. Ah, qué choto que sos, boludo. Tengo que comerme toda la cena de vuelta. Sos un cagón del orto. Todo de vuelta. A este no le puse patrulla. Y ni siquiera sé para qué lo activé. O sea que al final sí se lo activo. Me da más experiencia igual. A ver si encuentra un enemigo que antes no apareció, ¿viste? Y lo mata por mí. Qué sé yo. Si me creía tosqueándome. Me cago en vos, creía. Bueno, ese droide que está ahí no lo voy a activar ni en pedo. Me va a hacer gastar puntos como loco. O piezas de repuesto, ¿verdad? Que diga. Nos has dado una buena cacería, humano. La batalla de arriba fue cosa tuya, ¿no? Nuestra nave tiene graves daños. Tira las armas, ¿de acuerdo? La recompensa es mayor si estáis bien vivos. ¿Quién eres? ¿Por qué me perseguís? Yo no empecé la batalla especial. ¿Podemos llegar a un acuerdo? Soy Dxun Zug. Has oído hablar de la familia Zug, ¿no? Somos cazarrecompensas muy eficaces, muy famosos. Dxun, nunca he oído hablar de ti. ¿Por qué me perseguiste? Tu ignorancia es inconsecuente, humano. En breve aprenderás. ¿Por qué me persigues? El intercambio ha puesto precio a tu cabeza, humano, y una bonita suma. Mi familia ha aceptado el trabajo. Yo no empecé la batalla especial. Tu visión es limitada, humano. La batalla fue responsabilidad tuya, digas lo que digas. En cierto modo, te estamos haciendo un favor. La recepción que tendrías en Onderón sería bastante fría. ¿A qué te refieres? Alguien muy poderoso en Onderón se ha fijado en ti y te quiere muerto. Pero ahora no tienes que preocuparte por eso. ¿Poderoso en qué aspecto? ¿Puede ser un acuerdo? A los sur se nos dan bien los acuerdos, pero para romperlos somos bastante malos. Esto ya ha durado demasiado. Dispara, hermanos, pero intentando matarlos. Ay, hijo de puta. Por boludo les pasa. Cristal rojo. La mierda. Entonces yo tengo que pasarle a hacer. En realidad no, pero bueno. Para hacerle de visas mar. Quiero darle un sable rojo a visas mar. Esa es la cosa. ¿Y este droide qué onda? ¿Nos estuviste persiguiendo, droide? Ahora. What the fuck, estos droides. ¿Son los mismos que activé? ¿Nos estuvieron persiguiendo? Vamos a tardar. ¿Y la chica también corre rápido cuando uso el velocidad fuerza? No, ni pedo. Ah, no, sí, corre rapidísimo, boludo, ¿qué onda?
You let the ship escape? I will deal with your failure later, Captain. But for now, find that ship. Our ally has indicated that the Jedi hasn't left the system yet. Send a detachment to Dxun. If you find anything, alert me immediately. Now get out of my sight.
Oh, Dios. No quería pasar por acá igual, Quería ir por el otro lado. Ok. ¿Algo por acá? Nada. Restos de nave. Uy, casi estornudo, boludo. Restos de nave. Hola. Chata. Nada más que agarrar por acá. Volvamos. Por acá. ¡Oh! Se empezó a morir, ¿viste? ¿Dónde estamos? Resto de nave. Senda este. Dxun selva. Shit, los HK. Ok, HK47. Llegó tu momento. Llegó tu hora. Ahora está.
Diagnostic? For some reason, I cannot fire. Obvious statement. This was not anticipated. I am attempting to access my weapon systems, and I cannot. Alarmed embarrassment. If this gets back to the other units, we will be decommissioned.
Uf. No, el HK se empezó a cosas. Te has encontrado con uno de los grupos de HK50, sin embargo, HK47 aún necesita 2 más para poder conseguir la locación de la fábrica. Osa. Buena. Bien. ¿Qué sos? Julia. Un jaguar. Aquí. El Jawa. Oh, baba. Oh, talón.
That is not the skeletal remnant of a war long past.
Sigue escuchando disparos. La chica disparando de fondo. ¿Crees que estaba solo? Parece que el chico me está disparando a mí. Ah, no pega ni una, chica, hijo de puta. Estaba la chica de fondo disparando, rey nazi. Mandaloriano muerto. Solo puede atravesarse con explosivos muy potentes. Okay. No se puede agarrar los restos de esta chica. Jefe. Tiki 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 tiki. Bueno. Oh shit. Ya sabía que había mandalorianos invisibles.
I'm surprised you got this far. The jungle doesn't usually let its prey go that easily. What are you doing here?
¿Qué hacéis los mandalorianos en esta maldita luna?
We claimed this moon decades ago, when we reforged ourselves after XR Kun's defeat. Some of us call it home. Why are you trespassing here?
Estás explorando, ¿quién eres tú? Nuestra nave se averió y tuvimos que atravesar aquí. Pensaba habría aquí una sucursal de cerca, creo que hay gran potencial.
We expected as much. Few visit Dxun by choice. We have orders to escort you to our camp. Our leader wants to speak to you.
This may prove of use to us. Let us hear his words and see if they hold any value.
Entonces guíanos. Bien, los mandalorianos entrenando. Uy.
So you're the intruder. Our sensors picked up your handiwork in space. I am Mandalore, leader of the Mandalorians.
Creía que los mandalorianos se habían desbandado. ¿Qué es este sitio? Y estoy tratando de llegar a Onderon. ¿Conoces algún modo de hacerlo? Pero si matamos a Mandalore durante la guerra.
Scattered perhaps, but we're still alive. Alive and rebuilding.
Los mandalorianos que conoció solo eran matones.
Many Mandalorians have fallen from the path of honor and are now no more than common mercenaries. But that is changing.
¿Qué es este sitio?
This used to be the heart of the Mandalorian war effort. From this complex we commanded an armada that had the Republic on the run. It didn't last.
¿Por qué usaste Dxun?
Mandalorians have a rapport with this jungle. Every moment here is a struggle. All creatures gripped in a constant war for survival. The sole purpose of the weak is to feed the strong. We train here and learn the lessons of the jungle. The beasts also help us keep our edge.
Parece que el campamento ha conocido mejores momentos.
Covert camps are not meant to attract attention. Because we conquered them, the people of Onderon still hold a grudge against the Mandalorians. So we keep our presence here a secret.
Estoy tratando de llegar a Onderon. ¿Conoces algún modo de hacerlo?
So it's transportation you want. It so happens I have a small shuttle that's more than capable of running the Onderon military blockade. I make occasional trips to ISIS for information and supplies. If you want to go with me, you're going to have to prove your worth.
¿Cómo puedo hacerlo?
Figure it out yourself. Ask around. See if you can make yourself useful. Or something that'll show what you're made of.
Entonces no se te ocurre nada.
There is one thing. Before your ship landed, we were preparing some demolition work. All the activity forced my men to stop before they finished.
The charges need to be detonated before anybody comes across them, so all you'd have to do is flip a switch.
¿Por qué no volvéis y lo hacéis en persona?
We want to keep a low profile, so we've recalled all our patrols in the jungle. Setting off some high explosives isn't a textbook example of subtlety.
Parece sencillo.
You asked if there was anything you could do, and I told you. Nothing in this jungle is as simple as it seems, though.
¿Qué ibas a volar? ¿Qué ibas a volar?
We were trying to uncover the entrance to a hidden cache of old Mandalorian equipment. The explosives should be easy to find. Just get to it before the Canucks do.
Arsenales que hay en ellos. ¿Son muy grandes estos arsenales?
The last month before Dxun fell, the old Mandalore knew that Revan and the Republic were gaining the upper hand. He ordered our best engineers to hide caches of weapons and munitions throughout the moon, safely away from the enemy's hands.
¿Por qué no nos sacó la República?
Don't you think they tried? It's real easy to hide things in a jungle. Even when they found some of our caches, our engineers left them some presents.
Son muy grandes todos.
They're not much more than a couple of plasteel cylinders. Before you get any bright ideas, if you uncover cache B13, leave it alone. Even if you survive the traps, it would require military-grade explosives to open without the proper access codes. What's inside belongs to the Mandalorians. Canucks are nothing more than pests, but they have a real talent for screwing up plans. Just get to those explosives in the next day or so, and you'll be fine. I'll let Kex know that you check out. We found more gear than we can use, so you can trade with him if you need some more supplies. Be careful in the jungle. Our patrols have stopped until the space traffic dies down. The challenging beasts have been cleared from the area, but what's left might still be too much for you.
Bien. Tras insistir un poco, te has enterado de que Mandalore tiene una tarea para ti que podría servir para demostrar tu valía. Los mandalorianos han puesto explosivos en la entrada al arsenal B-13 en la selva, pero tuvieron que marcharse antes de activarlo porque unas naves habían aterrizado en la zona. Quiere que vayas y los detones por él. Suena demasiado fácil. Perdón. Mandalore tiene una lanzadera que puede llevarte a la ciudad de Isis, pero no te llevará mientras no demuestres tu valía ante los mandalorianos. Sugirió que preguntases por el campamento para ver si había cosas que puedes ayudar. Hacer, digo. ¿Qué te pasa, la concha de tu madre? Vamos a ver. ¿Qué hay acá? Nada, me marcho. ¿Dónde vas? Dice. Bien, a ver. Vamos a empezar a hacer cosas para los mandalorianos. Hola.
What do you want?
¿Se lo das así a todo el mundo?
Just you. You're no Mandalorian. I don't know why Mandalores let you roam free, but I don't trust you. I'm Kex, the new quartermaster. If a Mandalorian needs something, they come to me. Mandalore's ordered me to let you have access to our supplies, including some military-grade surplus. It's not free, though. You can pay with credits or trade in some of your gear. Doesn't matter to me.
Veamos lo que tienes. A ver, osa. La verdad nunca me tiene el tipo este ahora. Bolsa. Componentes. Selva.
We've called off our patrols outside the camp. We usually find some entertainment in clearing out the worst of the beasts. But without our patrols, some of the larger beasts may be around. None of us will be around to bail you out of trouble. You've been warned.
¿Por qué habéis cancelado las patrullas?
Our sensors picked up 3 ships landing in this area after the space battle. If any of the Onderon military come searching for those ships, we don't want them finding our base.
3 naves. Estaba en mi nave y la de los duros. ¿Cuál era el tercero?
I don't know. It was some sort of freighter. It didn't land in any of the clearings along the path. Knowing some of the larger Dxun beasts, the crew's probably already dead. The people of Onderon still live in fear of us. They were the first world we conquered in the Mandalorian Wars. Their resistance was laughable. We cut through their defenses like vibroblades through cloth. ISIS fell within hours. If they knew we were here, they would eventually gather enough courage to attack us. It is not a battle we wish to wage. Yet. We heard reports of a Zakeg wandering the paths around here. They're a good challenge for Mandalorians. If you see one, stay out of its way. Without us to back you up, you'll be dead in seconds.
No. ¿Qué es un saque?
It's a huge red lizard that's built like a Baragwan battle tank. It has a hide so thick it might as well be Durasteel plating. We keep clearing them out of the area, but they keep coming back. They're tough opponents for non-Mandalorians.
Yo puedo derrotarlo.
You fight a Zakeg. If you survived such a battle, you'd gain much honor.
Ninguna bestia de este talón es regalo para mí.
Strong words. It would be amusing to see you try to kill such a beast. Try the outlying jungle paths if you're determined to seek one out. And bring me back a trophy from your kill as proof of the deed.
Listo. El guardia de la puerta del exterior del campamento mandaloriano te recomendó mantenerte apartado de los Zakeg. Son una de las bestias más duras de esta parte de la selva. Parece un reto. Ah. ¿Qué problema hay? Tengo práctica restaurando sistemas informáticos si necesitas ayuda.
I'm trying to get the relay dish operational, but several components are broken and need repair. Without the relay, we're vulnerable to attack, especially right now. Your space battle may have attracted unwanted attention, and our shuttle's sensors can't cover the whole moon. Seems just about everything involved with a relay dish is broken. I've been trying to fix it for weeks and still no success. If you think you can help, there's the broken cables right over there, and the relay maintenance structure's behind me. You can find the telemetry computer in there. The only thing I know for sure is we need a new phase pulse converter for the tracking computer. We actually already found one in an old weapons cache, but flaming Canox ate it.
Los Canox se la comieron. Se la comieron los Canox.
That's a problem with Canox. They'll leave you alone if you keep your
Se comen todo estos hijos de puta.
turn your back on the pests, they'll eat anything they can get in their mouth.
¿Por qué no los cazáis?
They're vermin, and no challenge for a Mandalorian. Since they provide no sport, we ignore them.
¿Cómo propones que lo encuentre?
Just gut every Canock you come across. You wouldn't believe the things you can find in those little beasts.
Sí. Tendrás que encontrar otro para trabajo, qué tarado era.
Alright then, come back when you have the converter and we can see about getting these systems working again.
Zuka está teniendo problemas con el repetidor. Si los ayudas, quedarás bien ante Mandalor. Dijo que deberías mirar por la zona alrededor del repetidor para ver si hay algo que puedas arreglar. Necesita un importante componente para poner en marcha los sensores, una rara pieza llamada conversor de impulsos de fase. Los mandalorianos encontraron la pieza que necesitaba en uno de los alijos. Pero por desgracia los canos se lo comieron. ¡Se la comieron! Suena re mal. Tendrás que ponerte a destripar Canox en la selva para encontrarla.
Any progress with the repairs or the phase pulse converter?
Estos cables de energía están dañados. Harían falta piezas y mucha habilidad para repararlos. Éxito. Has arreglado los cables rotos. Se han arreglado los cables de energía rotos. A ver dónde está. Ver otro cosito. Espero que me alcance, boludo. Una vez se me rebugueó esa misión, boludo. No lo puede terminar. Porque no me acuerdo qué había hecho mal. Quinto soporte vital. Me da miedo que se vuelva a buguear esa misión, boludo. Escudo Chani. Ahí es ahí. A ver. Jodeme que ya está. Era eso nomás, boludo. Dios santo. Ha sido reprogramado. Puerta del hangar. A la nave. Hacia la mierda. Piezas. Posta, no me acuerdo que había hecho mal, boludo. Productos químicos. Que era un producto químico explotado toda la mierda, ¿viste? Oh. ¡Guacho de mierda! Retro.
Any progress with the repairs or the phase pulse converter?
Ya funcionan los cables y ordenador telemétrico.
That's the best thing I've heard in weeks. I'll be sure to tell Mandalore about your help. Look, I have some extra parts and computer spikes. Take them. You can probably make better use of them than I can.
¡Vamos! Ya está, creo, ¿no? Está bloqueado por otro usuario. Cables rotos. Romper cables. Ah, la recagada. Bien. ¡Oh! Se ponían las gemas, ¿viste? Me cagué todo, pensé que estaba en tipo, boludo. No, se bugueó, dije yo. A ver, vamos a hablar con esos tipos de ahí. Con those Mandalorians. Arriba hablan inglés de la nada.
So, you're the Jedi the camp's been talking about. And you're planning on exploring the jungles to the south?
Puede ser, ¿quién eres tú?
I'm Zarga. I instruct our raw Mandalorian recruits in the ways of discipline and battle. I sent one of my warriors, Kumas, into the jungle. It's been 3 days, and I want you to bring back his corpse and his survival pack.
¿Estás seguro de que está muerto?
If Kumas wasn't dead, he'd be back already. If you find his body, just bring it back.
¿Por qué quieres el cuerpo? No voy a cargar con un cadáver de vuelta al campamento.
Good point. I don't want his body, just his equipment. Field strip the corpse and bring the gear back.
Si encuentro cuerpo, traeré sus cosas. Estaré pendiente por si veo el cuerpo. Cualquier cosa que encuentre en las junglas mías. Sarga, un instructor mandaloriano te pidió que recuperases el equipo de un joven mandaloriano que falló en una de sus misiones. Su cadáver está en algún lugar de la selva. Vamos a combatir. ¿Quién eres? No, sabía que eras mandaloriano, pelotudo. ¿Por qué luchas en el círculo de batalla?
times when even we must deal with peace. The battle circle allows us to hone our skills by fighting other Mandalorians. It pales to what we really thirst for, honor in battle, but it keeps us prepared. Talk to the sergeant if you want to fight.
¿Hay reglas?
A few. No fights to the death. Other parts of our training weed out the weak among us, but that isn't the function of the battle circle. There are individual rules for each fight. The warrior with greater honor determines those, which in your case means any Mandalorian makes the rules.
Los mandalorianos practican su habilidad en el círculo de batalla. Para sus guerreros es un medio de ganar honor al mismo tiempo que afinan sus habilidades. Hay un sargento al cargo con el que puedes hablar si quieres participar. Perfecto. Vamos a salir, empezar a entrar la chica, lo cago a tiro, ¿viste? Hijo de puta. Sargento, no. Vamos de lo último.
So the Jedi Order isn't completely dead. You always had hidden strengths. Very hard for even the wisest Mandalore to judge and predict. I have studied much of the Jedi since our defeat. I would be honored to cross blades with you in the battle circle.
¿Puedo elegir contrincante?
No, it is up to the sergeant. The battle circle was not designed to settle petty vendettas and rivalries. Its primary purpose has always been teaching. Learning from books or holovids is useless when battle rages and soldiers are dying around you. Real knowledge can only be gained through combat. Perhaps we can learn from one another in time.
¿Cómo funciona el círculo de batalla?
You talk with the sergeant. Today is his day to preside over the circle. Each fight is different because the Mandalorian with greater honor dictates the terms of the engagement. But there will be no terms if we fight. Everyone else will deny you your lightsaber and the use of your force. But I want to fight you with all your skill. Victory isn't important in the battle circle. What is important is discovering more about yourself and your opponent.
No parece tan agresivo como los demás mandalorianos.
This is not a battlefield, Jedi. If it were, I trust you wouldn't have the same opinion. I prepare and train, readying my mind and weaponry for a real challenge. Peace is not our natural element. Mandalorians handle it differently. I focus on educating myself in the martial techniques I will need to succeed in the next war.
This is our battle circle. You should leave us. This place is for Mandalorians alone. Even if the sergeant lets you fight with us, you will never truly be one of us.
Hijo de puta que solo.
So, the Jedi comes to grace us. The battle circle is reserved only for real warriors. Your Jedi ways won't help you here.
¿Quién eres?
For today, I have the honor of commanding the battle circle. I decide who fights who and make sure all the rules are followed.
¿Qué es el círculo de batalla?
The battle circle is only a small part of our training regimen. A full Mandalorian warrior is a master of many fighting techniques, and here, all of them are tested. If you were to compete, you would have to do so on our terms, for that is the way of the battle circle. Those with great honor decide the terms of engagement. Jedi rely too much on their vaunted powers. They lose touch of the power of their arms and feet. Without your force, would you be a match for even the lowliest of Mandalorian warriors? If you want to try and fight us on our terms, that can be arranged.
Quiero pelear el círculo de batalla.
You are new here, so you will fight Davro. He is young and has not been able to prove himself in battle. Davro, what are your terms?
No weapons, no Jedi tricks, and no items. Just fist and foot. A true test of strength.
Put your weapon away, Jedi. Don't step out of the circle
Okay.
and pull any death.
Un mano a mano hay que hacer.
No one dies in the battle circle. Step into the battle circle. Now you will experience a true fight.
¡Ya! ¡Osa! Tac.
The match between Jedi and Davril is over. The Jedi is the clear and honorable victor. Davril is just a recruit. I'm not surprised you won this fight. A challenger has expressed interest in fighting you. As little honor as you have gained, it is sufficient to accept his request. Let me know if you would fight again.
Oh, shit. Ay, chica, deja de acosarme. Arre.
watch a fight or to participate? After defeating Davril, you have gained some small honor. There is a challenger for you. He is Kex, the quartermaster. Since he is the challenger, you get to choose the terms.
¿Por qué quiere pelear conmigo? Sin más condiciones yo puedo usar el luz y la fuerza. Él puede usar lo que parezca. Cuerpo a cuerpo. Qué cagón que soy. Espera que no tengo mi sable láser puesto. Listo, toma. No voy a usar la fuerza, ni pedo.
The match between Kex and Jedi is over. The Jedi is the clear and honorable victor. If you want to fight again, let me know.
Literalmente hice trampa, boludo. O sea, dije voy a usar mi sable láser. Ok, dijeron. O sea, son bastante boludos los tipos estos.
Here to watch a fight or to participate. You choose to fight again. Now face a real Mandalorian warrior. Tagrin, what are your terms? Just fist and foot like you fight with Davril. Nothing else. Tagrin chooses to fight hand to hand. Remember, no weapons allowed, and absolutely no use of your force.
Oh, le tira rayo, viste, re cagón era. ¡Ya! Tac. Le tira una granada, viste, re cagón era.
The match between Jedi and Tagrin is over. The Jedi is the clear and honorable victor. You have fought well today. The only Mandalorians left for you to fight are our champions. No one can fight a champion until they have proven themselves worthy. And it must be real proof. The kind you gain fighting foes to the death. And a champion must observe and deem your actions worthy. There are two champions in the camp, Braylor and Kelborn. Until you prove yourself in their eyes, the battle circle is closed to you.
Oh shit. A menos que un campeón del círculo responda por ti, no puedes luchar contra nadie más en el círculo. Ah, ok, ok.
So the Jedi Order isn't completely dead. You always had. I have studied.
¿Puedes responder por mí en el círculo de batalla?
I could only do that if I observed you fight an enemy in real combat. I have seen your matches so far, and I do not doubt your worthiness to face me. But the rules cannot be changed. The other champion, Kelborn, is in the jungle on a mission. Perhaps your paths will cross, and you'll have your opportunity there.
Ah, tengo que buscar el otro. Bueno. Está bien. Con tu victoria sobre Tagrin, nota que los mandalorianos te respetan más. Puede que algunos te reconsiderando su opinión sobre las tácticas de lucha Jedi. Bueno, voy a buscar al chabón ese. Selva. Arre, ¿me crees este juego? ¿Hola? Sí, parece que sí. Definitivamente me crashó el juego. No pasa nada, no es extraño que pase eso, así que sigamos. Bien.
You finally arrived, Jedi. I seek to reclaim the honor that you stole from me. I challenge you here, outside of the battle circle. This time, we fight to the death.
No, ¿por qué quieres luchar conmigo otra vez? No quiero matarte, me niego. Muchos mandalorianos han caído ante los Jedi y no hay deshonor en ello. Si es lo que quieres, eres un insensato al retarme de nuevo, Darrell.
I was too young to fight in the Mandalorian Wars. With our plans scattered, there was no opportunity to prove myself. Years ago, young Mandalorians would fly point in a basilisk, laying waste to anything before them, at the forefront of battle. But this has been denied me. What little honor I have earned, you stripped from me in the battle circle. This I won't allow.
No quiero matarte, me niego.
You would deny my request? I want to fight here, in front of other Mandalorians, to prove my worth. Do not shame me further.
Debe haber otros modos de ponerte a prueba.
There were no wars to fight, no great enemies to destroy. I wish this was a different age, where our armadas were a force to be feared.
¿Qué hay del Zakek? He oído que son un buen reto incluso para las patrullas mandalorianas.
A Zakek? Those are the deadliest beasts in this part of the jungle. Patrols are right to be cautious about them. I'll do what I must to prove myself to the other Mandalorians, but fighting a Zakek will be a short-lived honor.
Busco al Zakek. Podemos combatirlo juntos.
What? Yes, I suppose that is possible. We would both gain recognition from that battle. Your plan is acceptable to me. Together we will destroy the Zakek. I will meet you there.
Oh. Espera. Vale, ¿sabes qué? Andate corriendo. Chao.
I will silence this one.
Reparar, cura de heridas, demoliciones, percepción. Poderes. Dominar mente. Listo. Y... truco mental. Sí, ahora basta. Debe activar esa opción en el Cotor 1, boludo. Lo del afectar mente. Si estaba en el final del lado malo, podía hacer que Salvar mate a Mission, boludo. Era por eso que me quedé extrañado. Igual, ahora que ya lo dije. Uy. Tras trepar uno de los muchos canos de la selva, te encontraste en una parte comercial de impulso de fase. No sabes cuántas piezas más necesitas. Ah, tengo que encontrar más. Listo. No, para, yo voy a buscar al bicho ese. Bomba joven. Claro. ¡Es mío! Son literalmente ranas gigantes los canos, boludo. Si el otro se fue a la bosta. No me quiso ni esperar, hijo de puta. Hijo de puta. ¿Cómo hacía para atravesar todos esos bichos, viste? Para llegar a donde hay que ir. Ahora voy a intercambiar a chica por... Todavía no puedo. Concha su madre. Cuando vuelva a encontrar los HK me agarra de vuelta la HK 47. ¡Ja! Bien. Todo está completo. Vamos a poner a Bisasmar. A ver, el vigor determina la fuerza física. Un vigor elevado añade modificadores al daño de combate cuerpo a cuerpo y a la probabilidad de acertar, lo cual es importante para los personajes que usan armas de combate cuerpo a cuerpo. Vibro machete sobre luz. La destreza mide la agilidad y los reflejos. Una elevada destreza añade modificadores a las tiradas de ataques a distancia, blasters, y aumenta la defensa de los personajes, haciéndolos más difíciles de acertar. La constitución representa la salud y la resistencia. Una elevada constitución añade modificaciones a los puntos de vitalidad que se gana cada vez que se sube de nivel. La constitución nacional también determina los tipos de implantes que un personaje puede equiparse. Este atributo es importante para todas las clases. La inteligencia representa el conocimiento y el razonamiento. Una elevada inteligencia añade modificadores al número de puntos que un personaje tiene para gastar en habilidades esenciales. La sabiduría representa la fuerza de voluntad y la percepción. Una sabiduría alta añade modificadores a los puntos de fuerza de los Jedi y a los tiros de salvación de los poderes de la fuerza. Es mucho más difícil resistirse a los poderes de la fuerza de un Jedi con una sabiduría alta. Un elevado carisma aumenta la potencia de los puntos de la fuerza de un personaje. También reduce la penalización al usar puntos de la fuerza de un alineamiento opuesto. Un personaje del lado luminoso con un elevado carisma puede usar los poderes del lado oscuro para menor penalización. Y un elevado carisma también mejora las posibilidades de acertar de tus compañeros. Finalmente, el carisma influye en la habilidad de persuadir al personaje. Mira. Ah, entendí qué significa cada uno. Entonces el vigor es la fuerza física. Esa era mi duda, que tenía hace poquito. No lo había leído. Mejor tarde que nunca, así que... ¿qué nos puedo poner otro comentario? Revitalizar. Sí. Otro comentario. Voy por este que le falta. Ahora de fuerza. No, vamos a darle este, porque tiene... No, mentira. Este. ¿Regenera punto de fuerza? Puede ser. Movilidad. Sí, este. Valor de fuerza, resistencia a la fuerza. Cuerpo de fuerza. Bien. Regenerar punto de Jedi. El punto de Jedi, el punto de fuerza. Estoy re duro para hablar, boludo. Regenerar punto de Jedi, me encanta. Me encanta. Punto informático. Bueno, acá dejo la parte. Espero que les haya gustado este video. Suscríbete si les gustó, déjenle comenten, activen la campanita de notificaciones que me guste mucho para crecer. Nos vemos hasta la próxima. Chao.